have that over here. It's not really cheese. It's cheese
not cheese.
flavored stuff.
It's cheese flavored plastic. It's not even cheese flavored. Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone, and thanks for a lot of your comments, which we followed up with for this week's video. We're covering the 10 more common things in Dutch households, and we included a few of your suggestions, so see if you spot yours. Also, I just wanted to let you know a little disclaimer here. The things that we're going to describe don't mean they're not available in America. Some American households have some of these items. And also, some Dutch households don't have some of these items, but we're just doing a general commonalities. So the first thing we're going to start with is one of my favorites. One of my favorites, and it is the gourmet, or the gourmette, which is also usually accompanied with fondue. And it looks like this.
Awesome. Love this.
We love this thing. And as you can see, it has a grill top, and it also has all these little individual skillets, which we use at Christmas time over here. And here's a... So there's actually a few days of Christmas here. There's Christmas Eve, then there's the first day of Christmas, which is with the family, and the second day of Christmas, which is with friends. And so the gourmet helps to save on overdoing the cooking on those days so you can have more time to enjoy it. So you might have a sit-down meal for Christmas, for instance, but you have the sit-down meal with the family. And then afterwards, you have the gourmet. And the gourmet is so that it makes it easier on the host. You can put out all the little bits of meat and vegetables, eggs, whatever, cheese, what you think people would want to grill, what they would want to combine maybe with the eggs.
And you cook them yourself, right?
Cook them yourself.
We would like put everything out in little plates, and people can just grab what they want, little meat or cheese.
It's kind of neat. Nobody has to eat anything they don't want. The cleanup is easy. The setup is easy. Everyone's facing each other, so it's very communal. I do know that there are Dutch people who don't like this, who thinks that it's impersonal and it just doesn't think it shows enough effort for the holidays.
I disagree.
We like it.
I love it, man. I love it.
You go to the grocery stores around Christmas time, and the sections have pre-made, pre-packaged, portioned out meats and cheeses. They have herbal butters that are shaped like various figurines and so forth for like bears.
She's making me want to fire this up right now. This thing is like...
It's really fun.
It really is fun. So.
We tend to do overkill because it's just the two of us, and we have had a week of gourmet last Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had so much stuff because we wanted to try a little bit of everything. So we ended up with so much leftover.
It adds up, obviously.
Every night. Yeah, every night. Pull out the gourmet, finish off the leftovers. Oh, gourmet again.
Good stuff.
Yeah, gourmet is good though. And the other thing about the gourmet is that it's not hard to find. But I went to Jumbo the other day and they had them above the vegetarian meat section. So yeah, easy to find. In America, if you want to clean yourself in the shower, you can use your hands, you can use a washcloth, or you can use a scrunchie like that. And that's pretty typical. But one of our commenters told us about the Washandje. The Washandje is basically like a washcloth, but you put your hand in it, and then you put the soap on it and lather yourself up. It may not get you cleaner than any of the other methods, but the nice thing about this is that the scrunchie you leave to dry in the shower, and it can get bacteria on it so that it's not as clean as your own hands when you go to use it. The Washandje are very cheap. I got 2 of these at Webro for 80 cents, I think, for 2.
And I had never even seen these. I've seen these, but I didn't know what they were for. I thought it was actually for the kitchen when I first saw it. Oh, yeah. I didn't realize it was for the bath. So
yeah, and so you can use it once and then throw it in the wash. And if they fray from overwashing, if you're using them every day, you can buy a bunch of them because they are cheap. And also, the Netherlands does textile recycling, so you can go drop them off at the recycling bin when they start to get too damaged to use. So, very Dutch. I've heard that I think only the Dutch and the Belgian use these. So let us know in the comments. Now, something that you do have in American homes, but not that commonly, and I think it says a lot about the American diet, and that is the Aardappelstamp.
I think, right? That was called the Aardappelstamp.
Stomp.
Yeah.
We had one of these in the U.S. because Mark was on a major kick making a lot of garlic mashed potatoes once, so I bought him one to make his life easier. But you don't really see them. That was the first time I owned one.
Not this actual design. Like me.
Yeah, you can get the coiled metal ones.
Yeah, my mother, when I was growing
better.
up, that's what she used. But I've never really seen the stump, so I actually used this last night.
But I went, 45 years before I owned one. Back in New York when we bought our first one. So not as common in America, but with all the stomp pot and all the other great dishes like hootspot, you're going to see a lot of this over here.
Yep, for years I used a fork. That's what I would use to mash my potato. It would be a big fork. That's what I would use.
But again, the Dutch are practical. They know how to make the best use of your time. So this works. He mashed last night.
Yep.
What? Like 3-4 mashes, you did a
It was
big
it. It was
batch
done.
of potatoes.
Yeah. Good.
Easy. Another item you'll find in American kitchens, very rarely, unless you're a real gourmand, is the Kaasschaaf. And it's a cheese slicer. But the difference is that here a lot of cheese is eaten, and a lot of cheese is eaten off the wheel. So you can go to the farmer's market, buy a big chunk of cheese, and use this to shave it.
I still have not used this yet. This right here. I don't even know how to use it. If I was to have a block of cheese, I'm not sure. I mean, I could guess.
Well,
but
we have a block of cheese, so we'll try it later and show you the results. But in America, to get a big chunk of cheese off of a wheel is it's elite. It's expensive. So most American homes don't have these because most American homes don't get big blocks of cheese. They might get a small block at the grocery store, but nothing like
closest thing that, at least in what I've used, is we have a cheese called Velveeta. I don't know if they have that over here. It's not really cheese. It's cheese
not cheese.
flavored stuff.
It's cheese flavored plastic. It's not even cheese flavored.
But you would have a little cutter with just a wire, basically, and you'd go down and slice slices of this soft Velveeta cheese-like substance off. But that was the closest that I've seen to this. But
yeah, see, I was raised in Wisconsin, so Velveeta is a dirty word there. It's not cheese.
It's not cheese.
But yeah, here you can go and get decent cheese, and it's not going to cost you 5 times, 6 times more than the grocery store. So you can invest in good cheese once in a while and use your Kaasschaaf to cut it at home and get a nice even cut. Now the next one I have never seen in my life till moving here, and I don't know why. It's just makes so much sense. It's a rake. No, it's not a rake.
I thought this thing was a back scratcher. Seriously, I thought that's what it was for, and it's not.
No, it's
What's it called?
Flessenlikker.
Flessenlikker. Okay.
Yeah. So it's for bottles, like if you're at the end of your mayonnaise jar or your
She
preserves
brought this
jar.
home yesterday. I thought it, like I said, I thought it was.
And
a
he
back
had just
scratcher.
gotten rid of he just finished his mayonnaise, but.
Now that is great. It really is. That it's getting all the sides.
Yeah.
That's where you find a lot of.
Because the sides are usually hard to get.
Yeah, and so you kind of ignore them. But that's where all.
It's funny, we are this excited about a Flessenlikker. You would think that we just won the lottery or something. It makes sense because the Dutch are also frugal. They want to make every bit count. They used to have bread weighers, people who weighed bread in the 16th century to make sure that the bread's crust was of a certain consistency, that it weighed correctly, and that you got every single crumb that you paid for. So,
sorry, cat bowl. Sorry.
That's so great. I don't know why we never knew about it.
No, never thought about it. I mean, do they have these in the United States or no?
I have never seen.
I've never seen one either.
So yeah, I if an American has seen this, I'd be very surprised. And it's like a wand too, or you can conduct an orchestra with it.
Yeah, okay.
So the next item is the eponymous birthday calendar. The birthday calendar, if you watched our toilet video, you'd see it in that. The Dutch have birthday calendars in their bathrooms. Some of the people in the comments have said they don't have one, they don't use one, it's old school, they don't do it anymore, but a lot of people still use these. We do. This is ours. This was a gift from our daughter, and I'm a morbid person. I'm a mortuary archaeologist, so she gave me one that actually records death dates too, which I like.
I love this.
So this one is a little different than the usual ones. They'll have, you write down the birth year and the person's name, and it's a perpetual calendar, so you can use it year after year after year. This one also records the death dates if you want, and also has names of some famous people. But it hangs by your toilet, because you know every morning you're going to be in your toilet. And this gives you not only something to look at while you're sitting there, but it also gives you a reminder at the very start of your day to wish someone gefeliciteerd.
Never knew the Dutch had these. I really did before. I mean, we mentioned this earlier in another video, but before River told me about this, I had no idea that birthday calendars were a big thing.
And the assortment of them is astonishing. They're everywhere. You can get one in your grocery store. You can get one at any bookshop, of course. And they just have a perpetual supply. You can get them online at bowl.com. Our daughter ordered this from an artist on Etsy. But yeah, so it can be as individual as yourself or as your decor, and make sure that you never forget anybody's special day. So, and birthdays are a big deal here. We're going to have a birthday video coming up. So we'll show you just how much they get into.
Love the way the Dutch celebrate birthdays over here. So,
yeah, it's pretty special. So another thing from the kitchen, and you may have this in America, like if you're a pastry chef or something, but I got to admit, I have never seen this before. It is an apple core, apple core, yeah.
Yeah.
And these are pretty common. They eat a lot of apples here as well, but like in America, you usually cut around the core with a knife, and so you lose a lot of the flesh.
Done that all my life, actually. So,
yeah, and I've even made baked apples before, where I would use a paring knife and cut around it, try to pull it out, and then use like a melon scooper to clean it out. And you lose a lot of the meat. And again, like the Dutch want every drop, so the core makes sense, and it goes right through. You can knock out the core then and get more of the apple. So popular. Wow, that was easy. And there you go.
That's it?
That's it.
Where have these been all my life?
Okay, so another item that seems to be pretty common in households or gardens, we've seen a lot of it, and you don't see it that much in America, except under certain circumstances, the Buddha.
But the Buddha pops up everywhere. I've seen them in so many gardens and storefronts. It's very, very popular.
The Dutch are less religious per capita than the United States. In America, you might see this if someone is following an esoteric, Eastern religion, or a little more hippie or a little more Zen. But to have them here, it's I don't know if it's part of the Dutch trading history with the East,
or if it's ornamental. If
it's ornamental, or if it reminds you of Nixon, which is to do nothing. Basically, it's a very, very meditative state of mind, just to let your brain just do what it does.
Seen them in a lot of gardens.
Maybe it reminds them to do Nixon. I don't know. Let us know in the comments why Buddhas are so popular here. I love it. This one is actually mine from the U.S. that I brought with me. So we've always had one, but like friends would come over and be like, "Oh, you got a Buddha." in America, but or in the U.S. Sorry.
I think they're beautiful. I think I'm going to guess it's ornamental because it really does add to a garden as a background.
Aesthetic.
It's really gorgeous.
But he is a reminder to slow down and enjoy the moment. So maybe that's it. I don't know. Let us know. So we had another item which we had bought over here, and unfortunately it's a casualty of our move to our new apartment because we could not find it.
Can't locate it any place.
No.
We were going through boxes yesterday.
It might be in our Christmas stuff, I don't know. But it's called a Speculaasplank, and it's basically a wooden cookie mold. And they're very popular here for the Speculaas cookies, which is a spiced cookie. You can eat it year-round, but they're very popular to be made around Christmas time. I also used mine last year. I tried to use it for cookies, but there's a nuance to getting it out of the mold, and I didn't quite figure out the right combination. So I was using it for crafts. I was making like but I was like making gift tags made of like homemade paper gift tags and using the mold to make a design on it.
Which is probably why it disappeared. It's in another box. Not kitchen items. It's in another box. So,
Sorry. Yeah. I still have to try and figure it out for this Christmas. The final thing that you need, you really, really need,
very
is
important.
the orange shirt. You got to have
Vital.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
There's a few occasions you're going to need it. For the Euro Cup, for Koningsdag, and any other time when it's just,
We made a little
Dutch
mistake. You probably saw the sale video that we did. We were the only ones wearing these.
Yeah, the sale app said, "Hey, wear your orange.
Yeah,
Come on down." So we put on orange, and we saw one other guy
They
with
probably
orange the
knew
whole
we were
day.
foreigners or Americans, and they kind of wanted us to stand out. So, well,
Yes.
Yeah.
You need an orange shirt for those once in a while times. So you can get cheap ones like his at a store called Solo, and that's where we got that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is kind of like a Spencer's Gifts in America, and so they can have those. They have those cheap. You can get them at Hema several times a year, like around Koningsdag. Basically around Koningsdag every year, you can find all the shops loaded up with orange gear.
And usually when people wear these, they usually have some color on their face too.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you got that. Yep.
Another thing, if you're going to have this, you got to have this too.
Yeah.
This is the essential makeup kit for those days too. So you can just.
And you probably see this. We're wearing this.
I did it upside down.
We're wearing this in our little thumbnail for our channel.
I did it upside down. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Just like that. That's all.
I think it looks good.
So now we're ready for the day. So these are just items that we found
We're common over here.
Over here that we weren't used to seeing in the United States. So thank you so much for all of your comments. We're reading them, we're paying attention to them, and you're really helping us to find our way over here. So we really are grateful to you.
In the comments, make sure, please, tell us if we're missing any items, household items that we didn't cover.
Yes, this is kind of like our Imberhering class. I mean, we're learning so much from you, and we're learning so much living the life over here, but also doing these videos. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and being part of this great community that is growing up around us, and we're so grateful for you.
Thanks very much, guys.